What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the St. Thomas Dynasty here on NCAA 14. This is John J. Gaming on the mic, and today we are going on the road to play against the Mid-Tennessee State Blue Raiders. And man, oh man, somebody is breaking a losing streak today because St. Thomas has a 5-game losing streak going into this game, and Mid-Tennessee State has a 3-game losing streak going into this game. So one of us is gonna break our losing streak. We're about to find out who it is. So hit that like button, hit subscribe if you're new. Let's go ahead and jump into this game.
Starting things off for the Blue Raiders of Mid-Tennessee State, it's going to be a run up the right-hand side, and Marv Santana can't make the tackle, so it only leaves Matt Gent. Matt Gent is able to bring him down, but not before a 40-yard rush. Definitely a nightmare game to start us off. So now, 2nd and 6, they're going to try to do a short throw, but it's actually dropped. So now all of a sudden we got them at a 3rd and 6, so they haven't done much since that long run. So we're going to throw to the right-hand side. It's caught by Freeman, but Freeman can't get the first down. So we're going to have to try and settle for a long field goal attempt. Looks like a 50-yarder, and it's going to be short and to the right. So we're actually going to get away with a complete stop, as there's a graphic on screen showing Arizona beating Oregon. That's a nice win for Arizona as well. So now the Tommies are going to take over as Desi Lindsey is set to take the snap. He's going to throw it to Kevin Stone. He's got quite a bit of space, and he's not going to be brought down for a long time. He's going to get us to about the 25-yard line, just within the red zone, and we'll get into that red zone and so much more as we get the touchdown, and your Tommies are taking an early 7-0 lead in this ball game. So a little bit later, we had a couple of 3 and outs for both teams. So now we are back on the field. It's Burke once again taking the carry. Brian Burke had that 40-yard run earlier, and it's going to be repeated with another 17-yard run. He has 5 carries, but most of them came on those 2 right there, the 41 and the 17-yard carry, as Chase Cunningham decides to scramble this time around, pick up 8. Next play, though, quarterback is in shotgun as Cunningham's driving back. He's going to throw over to his tight end, Washington. Pat Washington's able to make the catch and bring a couple defenders down with him. Definitely showing some good strength for a tight end, as now Mid-Tennessee State is in St. Thomas territory, and he's about to get much deeper as they run to the left-hand side, pick up another first. Couple of plays later, Mid-Tennessee State, the Blue Raiders, facing a 2nd and 12, and there's pressure up the middle forced by Corey Ford and company, which means they had to essentially throw the ball away. And they try to run a halfback screen, but it was broken up by Corey Ford once again, doing a great job. So now they have to go and try and get another field goal. They missed the first one, and they're going to miss the second one as well. It had the distance, but it was just off to the left. We're not complaining, though, as there's another studio update. Arizona State has the lead. So now it's our turn with the ball following that missed field goal, and we're just going to go ahead, do what we do best, and that's hand it off to our senior running back, John Christensen. He picks up the first down there, and then second time, Desi Lindsey actually is going to keep it on the next possession and go ahead and almost pick up another first down himself. So we got 2nd and short, and look at it is the read option, the bread and butter for this team, and they got to fight forward. It was a tough run, not successful as the last couple of read options, but we do pick up the first down, so certainly we can't complain. And look at this, they don't really have an answer for a read option, so we're just going to go ahead and keep running it because they don't have much of an answer for it. We're just going to keep running it. But now we are deciding to mix things up a little bit. We're going to throw over the middle to Freddie Gibson. Nobody really accounted for him at first, and so we definitely took advantage of that, picked up the first. But now we got a 3rd and 10 coming up here. We're going to try to throw over the middle to Marv Santana. He makes the catch. Marv Santana, nice safety valve, doing a real good job as a backup receivers, playing both sides of the ball. And that's actually going to be the end of the first quarter already. And we have a 7-0 lead here at Mid-Tennessee State's home stadium. So now here we go, getting things going here. First play of the second quarter, and we're just going to go ahead and extend this lead even further as we go ahead and take a 2-touchdown lead with Desi Lindsay running it in. So now we have a 14-0 lead here as now quarterback's going to try to run to his right. He's actually going to almost was going to be brought down for a loss, but of course there were some broken tackles involved, so that just simply means that they pick up the first, but we almost get to him again. But again, those broken tackles as Cunningham gets back up second time around, he's able to somehow pick up 6 there. Again, he should have been brought for a loss, but it's whatever. So if we're going to try to throw it to the running back here on 3rd and 6, and this time we do just enough to slow him down once again, which means we now have the ball back. We have an opportunity to run away with this game, and I would certainly love to do that as Kevin Stone makes another catch for us here. But now 3rd and 6, we may not do much else because we try to run the screen, and unfortunately Christensen can't get upfield. So after that promising start with the Kevin Stone catch, we turn the ball back over to Mid-Tennessee State. But they had another 3 and out, so again with 2.5 minutes left in the second half, we can still make this a 21-point game. We just got to execute here towards the end. As we have this 3rd and 3, we're going to run up the middle with Christensen. He's bouncing around like a pinball in a pinball machine, but is still able to pick up the first nonetheless. Doing a lot with a little. He only has 4 carries so far, but has almost 7.5 yards per carry as we nearly caught that ball away. I thought that was going to be called a fumble, but thankfully it's only an incompletion. So our drive will still continue, and we nearly throw an interception following. That's 2 near turnovers in a row, and now we have it at 3rd and 10. Gonna try to run a 4-verse, go up the middle, and it's almost intercepted again, but the drive will end anyways. And now we're just going to go ahead, punt this ball away, just get some distance. And the ball it's muffed, and Tommies are going to recover, and we still have a chance to make this a 3-score game. But unfortunately, we go 3 and out, so we have to try to get a field goal in, and Julian McAfee misses. What an insane turn of events. We had a chance to get 7 points, but then we go 3 and out. And now we don't get any off that turnover. What a golden opportunity missed. And now about a minute left. Mid-Tennessee now has an opportunity to get some points on the board here before the end of this half, as they have not scored all game. I think this has been the longest that they've gone without scoring a singular point. And that's even with the Tulane game too, way early on in the season. As Burke, he's going to go up the middle. He's going to pick up another first. As now they are running their no huddle. That's what they're accustomed to. They haven't really had much of a chance to do that because, you know, we've been doing a really good job of containing them this entire game. But now they're getting back into the groove. 58 seconds left. Cunningham's going to scramble again. Swan can't quite get there. And I thought we forced a fumble with the change of that camera angle. But of course, you know, we're just not as lucky with that kind of information. And then play action. Pat Washington is just wide open in the end zone. It was too easy. And for the first time today, they get on the board. And Chase Cunningham actually extends his record for most touchdown passes in a career. So good for him, I guess. So now it's time for us to receive the ball once again. And John Christensen is set to return it for us here. As Christensen, he's going to follow his blockers, get to the corner. And he only has one more person to beat, and he's pushed out of bounds in Tommy's territory. So with 38 seconds left, we have a chance to make it back a 2-possession game. That's what I certainly love to see. We're going to try and do a little too much, though, as Desi Lindsay thought he saw somebody open, but he just didn't get enough air under it. And so it's turned over back to us. And so just in a matter of minutes, we have went from practically a 3-score game, could potentially been to, now they have an opportunity to tie this game up, and it's just been a rough turn of events in the last couple of minutes of this first half, but it's definitely not over. We can still change things, but Freeman actually makes another catch for 16, and that will definitely put him in field goal range, or at least it should, as Cunningham. He's going to throw over the middle, and I'm not going to try to say that last name. That is certainly a lot. Definitely try saying that fast. And they throw it to Greg Carter. They're able to get the playoff, and with a second left, they call a timeout, get the field goal, and now we're going into half with just a 14-10 lead. Got to play better than that. Alright, well, everybody, welcome back to the second half of this Tommy's football game. And the first thing we do, we try to force it to Kevin Stone. And, of course, it doesn't quite work out for us. We nearly throw a pick once again. Really, honestly, trying our best to throw this game. But we're just going to go back to running the read option. You know, it's our bread and butter, like I said before. And it's going to work out well for us. We try to throw to Kevin Stone again. Passing game's not really working all that well for us today, but thankfully, we always got that running game. As Desi Lindsey gets sniffed up, and now, all of a sudden, it's 3rd and 14. We just got to get some points on the board real quick, because we don't want to risk the opportunity to give up this lead, and we got it. What a catch. So thanks for that catch for Mark McDaniel. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to try to throw it up the middle. It's nearly intercepted. We thought Patrick Miller was going to cut across the field, but instead he decided to go deeper upfield. That miscommunication nearly costed us, as Mark McDaniel drops a pass for us. And now once again, we have a 3rd and 10 coming up here. We need a big play to happen. And so Desi Lindsey throwing to his right. He finds Andrew Green, and Andrew Green makes it happen, man. 22-yard catch. It's his first catch of the day, and it's a great time to have it. So now, following that big catch, we're going to hit him with a little play action. Desi Lindsey, he's looking around, doesn't find anybody, but that's no problem for our boy as he gets into the end zone. And now we got a 2-score game again. But now we got to play hard on defense, as now Cunningham on the play action. He's going to throw it over the hill to Chavez, who does make the catch, but doesn't do much more after that. So we got 2nd and short coming up here, and they try to run the read option. We pummel chase Cunningham, but unfortunately for us, he gets the pitch off to Burke, and Brian Burke is able to pick up a lot more yards because nobody was really accounting for him. So now they're in our territory, and they're going to make it much deeper as Chavez makes another short catch. Still not much, but makes it a reasonable 2nd down coming up here. And now Cunningham, they're going to try to run another play action. And this time it's to backup running back Neil Brown, who of course is left wide open. You know, not really worried about these shorter routes. As now Cunningham once again gets it to Chavez, but this time he does make something happen. As Chavez breaks a tackle from Marv Santana. And now it's just a 4-point game. Now they have us kicking off to us, and we need to get points on the board once again. We don't want to give them an opportunity to take a lead at this point, because if they do, they might not give it back again, given that we usually struggle in the second half, as that's a nice return. So here we go. We got a big series here ahead of us, and first thing we do, we get it to Kevin Stone. Got to get it to the playmakers, and Kevin Stone's actually down. Hopefully he's not hurt for too terribly long. So for now, we're just going to go throw to our 2nd receiver in Chad McKenzie. He's going to make the catch for us. And then immediately go down for a gain of 8. But Kevin Stone, it came up very briefly on screen. I didn't pick up the initial graphic. But Kevin Stone, he will be returning soon. So probably might not see him for the rest of this drive. But he will be back in this game. You best believe it. As Desi Lindsey makes a strong run up the middle. Let's get another 7 right there. So here we go. 2nd and short. Going to run a slightly different read option. And it gets instantly blowed up. John Christensen barely got the ball before he got lit up like a Christmas tree. And now we got a long 3rd and 8 coming up as we throw over the middle. Oh, we had Patrick Miller open. And so we had to settle for a field goal instead. That could have been an easy 1st down. We had him. He was wide open. But it's not our luck. So now it's a 7-point game for us. They have a chance to tie the game on this drive. And so 2nd and 13, Cunningham He's going to... No, he thought he was going to be brought down by Malachi Jackson. But instead, it's going to be Derek Jackson actually bringing the quarterback down. But honestly, that should have been a sack. But that's just has not been our luck since late in the second quarter. As Cunningham throwing deep to that name that I can't pronounce. I'm probably just going to say England for that one just to keep it short. But that guy with the long last name made the catch. And then following that up, they're going to get it out to Carter, which it was covered decently well. Problem is, we just don't necessarily have the speed that a bunch of these other teams do. And it's definitely killing us. As Cunningham, he's going to throw over the middle to Moore. And Moore is able to muscle his way in. So now all of a sudden, this game is now tied. So we really need to get an actual touchdown, not field goals. We need a touchdown. And how are we going to do that? We're going to start with a Desi Lindsay run. He's going to pick up 12. He doesn't have the greatest arm, but we can always know that his legs are going to work well for him. As Mark McDaniel makes a catch for us. Mark McDaniel makes that nice catch. That's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. We're tied at 24. And anything can happen, so let's go ahead and put those fours up, baby. Alright, boys, welcome back to the fourth quarter. First thing to do, we got a long 3rd and 8, and it's a throw to Patrick Miller. And Patrick Miller is able to make the catch for us. Gain of 11. It's more than enough for a first down and a little bit more to keep the drive alive. And then we're going to go ahead and throw it to Kevin Stone. Kevin Stone, he's got those reliable hands by Allstate, I must say. And we were able to take advantage of it with making a much manageable 3rd down. As Cunningham picks up the first down for us, able to make some nice cuts as we eclipse 100 yards rushing as a team. You love to see it. So now 1st and 10, no, we're going to try to throw it to Mark McDaniel, but it's dropped. He would have been close to the first down marker if he caught that, but it's fine. It's totally fine. And now 2nd and 10, we're looking around trying to find something, and Lindsay's just going to take it. He's able to get out of bounds without getting touched, and now all we got to do here is pick up 1 inch, and then we'll pick up the first, keep the drive alive. And Dogans is going to pick up the drive for us, but he nearly gives us a heart attack, though, as it took so much time just to get him to go forward. I thought we were going to miss out on it. But a couple plays later, we had a hard time getting to the end zone, but Andrew Henderson eventually finds it for us. And ladies and gentlemen, here in the fourth quarter, we took back the lead here at Mid-Tennessee. But now it's the defense's time to step up as Cunningham knows that this is a big drive coming up here. This can very much determine the game here. If they get a touchdown, you know, things are just as usual. But if we can get a stop here, or at least hold them to a field goal and get the ball back, then that means that all we have to do is run out this clock. So definitely a big drive coming up here. We already have them at a 3rd and 11, and they're going to try to run the halfback screen. They don't get it. So Brian Burke brings them down, and they actually decide to just go ahead and punt the ball back to us. I guess they trust their defense. And we're just going to do everything we can to make sure that we don't give the ball back to them. That's really the biggest thing. If we can prevent them from getting the ball back, that would be great. As now Desi Lindsay, he's looking for the first down. He's able to get it, and so Mid-Tennessee is now going to be starting to force taking their timeouts. So they have 2 left here, and you know, just gotta keep making them use their timeouts. It's a big loss, but at least we're making them use their timeouts. That's their second one. Now we are out of timeouts. They are. So all we gotta do is pick up the first down, and unfortunately incomplete. So now they have more time to potentially tie this game if they want to. So now it's all up to Chase Cunningham. We got to get a stop here. And all we have to do is just stop them from getting into the end zone. I think we can do it, but it's going to take a team effort to make it happen. But now, 1st and 10, Cunningham dropping back. He's looking around. He's thrown to his left, and it's just dropped as he was about to go out of bounds. So they don't get any further for now. And so 2nd and 10, Cunningham, he's going to try to throw to his left, and it's batted down. Matt Gant and Corey Fitzpatrick, I think, were both there. And unfortunately, since it was dropped, the drive will still continue. So 3rd and 10, it's stopped for a loss. as Josh Parker gets the 7-yard loss. And now all we have to do is stop them from getting 17 yards and we'll win the game. But of course, they get behind us and DJ England makes the catch. And so their chances of winning are still alive. But now, 2nd and 10, throw to the left and it's nearly picked off. Jeff Outlaw could have won the game for us. But of course, it was dropped. And now 3rd and 10. We're going to try to stop him again, and Corey Ford gets enough pressure to force an incompletion. And now here we go. It's our second chance to win this game. As Cunningham, he's going to throw over the middle. Nobody accounts for Carter. And Carter now picks up the first down. We're back at square one. So here we go. 2nd and 10 coming up here. Couple plays later. Cunningham, he's looking around, doesn't see anything. Going to try to throw it close to the end zone, but it's dropped. Maybe good luck is finally getting on our side, because now we have him at 3rd and long again. And they're going to throw to the back of the end zone, but it's incomplete as the ball was thrown out of bounds. So here we go. Maybe 3rd time is the charm. As Cunningham's dropping back, they get to the running back this time, and it's short. It's actually short. So we're going to go ahead, kneel it down. We're not taking any chances. Plus, 10 extra XP doesn't hurt us whatsoever. And that is officially going to do it here, ladies and gentlemen, as the Tommies from St. Thomas go on the road and get their first ever road victory against Mid-Tennessee State by a final score of 31-24. What an intense ESPN classic, in my opinion.
So checking out the stats for our guys today, and Desi Lindsay, man, played with some heart, man. He won his very first start in his collegiate career, or at least it's his first start that he won, and he was 237, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. That did cost us 3 points, but he played pretty well with his arm. And then he also did the same thing with his arm, with his legs too, as he had 2 touchdowns on the ground, as well as almost 100 yards rushing. John Christensen did his thing as well, got 33 yards on the ground too. And then our Guts recruit, Denny Dilkins, he did get 1 carry, but it was for -3 yards. As our receivers, man, we actually threw it to a bunch of different receivers today, but Kevin Stone was the main person that caught balls for us today. He had 5 catches for 82 yards, which did lead the team in catches and receiving yards, but he didn't catch any touchdowns though. That right belongs to Mark McDaniel, as well as Andrew Henderson, our fullback, getting a touch today and getting a touchdown through the air. Finally, taking a look at our defense. This defense played so well today. I'm so proud of them. It was anchored by linebackers Derek Jackson and Malachi Jackson. Definitely some relation there. And this team was balling out today. We only forced the 1 turnover, and I think we only got a couple of sacks that were courtesy of Josh Parker and Derek Jackson. But this defense played real well, and it definitely made plays when it needs to, as there's Jeff Jones, who got our only turnovers for us today. He plays on special teams for us. Alright guys, so next time out we will be returning home to Osh Hall Stadium and take on the Rutger Knights from the Big Ten Conference, who are 2-6. So maybe we have a chance to go on a little winning streak here, get our season back on the right track. But that's all I have for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe if you're brand new. This is John J Gaming on the mic, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.